Hello and thank you very much for tuning in again. As you know, I'm Peyton Draco, and today I want to take time to talk to you about the third component of the NpLS and perhaps the most important component of the framework. The question I usually get when I go on my rants about the importance of philosophy, science, and critical thinking is why? Why do I believe that it is so imperative to challenge and question the things that we believe? Isn't intuition, after all, or our feelings, after all, are they not more based in reality than anything else? Are they not what grounds us to our experience of the world? And there's a bit of value in that conception, in that question, because the truth is that the majority of our lives, if not the entirety of our lives, are dictated and controlled by our subjective experience of the world. But there is a kicker. Our subjective experience, our subjectivity is in no way a proper or direct representation of reality. So how do we get to see this real world, this objective reality, if you will, without applying specific formulations and specific filters to the incoming data from the world? Here's a good exercise for you to do. Identify a belief that you have held for a long time, whatever it is. It could be Santa Claus, it could be your specific religious affiliation or belief. Once you've done that, take time to remember the root of this belief. Take time to remember where you acquired the belief initially. It could have been given to you by a friend. Somebody told you, hey, guess what? I saw this, I actually experienced this, and because of the trust that you had in this friend, you actually adopted the belief as your own. It could be something that is culturally yours. It could be something that is of familial, if you will, inheritance. Once you've identified the belief and the source, do the following for me. Identify the implications of this belief to your life. What does that belief, that particular idea that you hold true, do for you in terms of your relationship to that culture, to that friend, or to the family from which you may have exported that belief? Next, I'd like you to actively find ideas that corroborate this belief, that actually validate your sense that this belief is true. Then I would like you to do the opposite of that last step and actually actively and honestly, and honesty is very important here, I would like you to go out and find ideas and other beliefs that contradict this belief of yours, that contradict your conception that such a thing may be true. Think about that. And once you've done this, I'd like you to return to the third step of this exercise, which is to identify the implications of the belief to your cultural, familial, and social circles. And then I'd like you to go one step further. I'd like you to identify not only the positive implications of this belief to your circle, but I'd also like you to honestly identify how this could affect you if you were to leave that belief behind, if you were to, in a sense, stop believing or not believe in that idea anymore. When you have completed all the steps of the exercise and you have honestly identified all the implications of said belief to your life, or the implications of you removing yourself from such a belief, then I'd like you to apply it to your leadership frameworks, to your influential methods, if you will, to your methods of influence. And then you'll be able to see how breaking it down into those 5 or 6 steps makes it easier to identify where you may have made mistakes, where your subjective experience of the emotional load of leadership may be affecting the way that you perceive the feedback that people are giving you. So there it is. This is how critical thinking can make you a better leader. In fact, it can improve your life in general. The idea that our emotions and our intuitions are all we need to know is valid insofar as it comes to dealing with other emotional things. Even then, the emotional load of relationships, the emotional load of our perception of reality may sometimes blind us to whatever is really happening in front of us. We cannot take that chance when it comes to leading others to better, more successful states. With that said, as always, don't forget to subscribe for free and quality content. Take care.